let me get my usual quartz. Okay. Where's my water? Did I put it away? Oh, okay. Got it. I've succeeded. Look, you can see my tooth being extra toothy. Where are you? I don't know. I just saw it for a second. All right, we're going to turn on the lights, darling. I don't think this is actually lit up. Hold on, let me see. Lit up, Olivier. Oh, shit. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Fantastic. Oh, gosh. Shiz. Anyway, this is an update from my divine panel of 8. And the one that just fell down, oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so sometimes we might like, all right, let me just get this card. If I can. Fudge. I did it. Okay. So originally, let's just jump the gun. Originally it was in upright on the doing side, but now it's in reversal as it fell down. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes change ups, like the little hiccups in life, are meant to free you up. You know, that's the universe's way of doing their shimmy shake, their wiggle room. On the recipient side, it's accolades, 3 of Cups. Like, you are recognized and celebrated, not just like identified, but also, yeah, I gotta claim this for my own. Because this is an update from my divine panel of 8. So, what do we have here? That's on the recipient side. So this is like picking up the etheric call, and they're like, oh, you've won a prize. You're our, you know, random caller, you know, whatever. But like, you only win if you pick up the phone. And yeah, that's what they're saying here. Okay. And so it's meant to free you up. So just stay put. Originally it's like stay put. And now like it did like a Jack and Jill came tumbling down, something like that. Anyway, aftermath. It's freedom. Very nice, very nice. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Are we gonna do lights? I don't know. It's been so cold that I've just been like layering and layering. Okay, they want these. Okay, so it looks a little weird here to, hold on, let me see. Let's be a little bit more up front. Oh, look, better lighting. Hold on. We're gonna do intrusive lighting. Let me see here. Oh God, it's gonna blind me. It's right in my face. All right. We're here. All right, so 4 of Cups, the Empress in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. Interesting. So, let's figure this one out. It looks like somebody is having issues trying to figure out. It's kind of like the 7 of Cups, like rumination, but 4 of Cups, like on a minimalistic scale. So looking at more like terms of more immediacy and locality, it looks like there's several options. There's one that's kind of like hanging by this energy, this boy's energy. And he's like kind of self-soothing, you know, like, I'm not sure what to pick because each one has its different path. And I think this energy likes to be entertained. Perhaps like they're the only child or like feel that way. But they're left, they're, you know, isolated to make their own choices. They understand free will and the flow of it. It's just a matter of like which cup is better, you know? And meanwhile, one of them is being held by someone very, very like in close proximity to them. And then there's the Empress in reverse, which is like probably a marriage gone awry, or like someone that used to look good and great and wonderful ain't so great after all. But the one that's closest to him, like hanging around like a pick me type of energy. I usually don't get this from this card, but that's what it's showing me with a bunch of women here. This is kind of like a pick me energy, like when are they going to see that it's me? Like when are they gonna pick me? And the guy's not even looking at her. The guy's not even like even remotely interested. No side eye, like in its like best sense. This energy is pretty fixated on him and like would just go with the flow. Just however you want to do, I'll do with you, you know? And the boy's not interested in it. It feels secure within like the giving tree, like that energy that backs him. So this kind of energy knows like what will truly like back him. And this is insane because I just got this message right now. So this one's not looking so good. This one disinterested, right? But then on the oh shit, fuck. Okay, give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. The Queen of Wands is here on like the furthest reach. And she's, you know, doing her thing. She looks like the best option of all. And we all know who the Queen of Wands is. I mean, it's not only a witch, but also like someone who looks really great and good. And good at what they do. Also looks good at what they do. So she's like, that's the inverse of this energy here. You see the boy? And then you see how like she's like, oh, she's actually, how do I say it? Yeah, so she appears to be the best option, but the fourth cup, because we have 3 women here, means that there's 1 cup that's his. Does he want to stay alone? And so there's options around, a variety, but it's like apples and oranges, or if like you're in that world of sampling the menu, you could say potato, potato. It's all the same shit, you know? But the Queen of Wands is separate here. So the message that I got that was like mind-blowing for me, because I never even point out the tree. It's the Queen of Wands. I would back him. But she's not gonna like, you know, she's sitting down. She's not gonna, nah, she's not gonna be the pursuing party here. The Queen of Wands does not have to do that for anybody, for no one. She takes good care of her pets or her cat. And that could mean whatever, innuendo or not. What else? She's good on her own. Whereas this energy over here carries some form of uncertainty if he'd like to even just pick his own cup. Like, interesting. And this masculine energy feels like shrunken into like a younger self on this particular decision, which is great because you want to consult with your inner child when it comes to these matters, because none of these objects are toys. Okay, so this is disciplinary measures within one's own. I don't know why I'm getting this. It just like spat out, but this is an update from my divine form of 8. So why did I get this energy here? I can see what it relates to, but I don't know, like, oh, justice. And what is this? The moon card. What the frick? So things are naturally unfolding on its own. Whether this person actually makes a decision or not, I think they're really like, I wouldn't say agonizing because that doesn't look like an agonizing energy. Just like caught up in looking at all of this. Interesting. Okay. So getting the Justice card and the Moon card together, that's insane. This is basically the High Priestess cloned or like separated into two entities. But together, this is the High Priestess in full action. So this is happening, I feel like, because when you add or subtract any element from a dialogue, an energetic dialogue, it does incur change on multiple levels. So I think this was the added spice. Like, let's say that's a cinnamon stick right there. So I think this energy understands free will, and so they don't want to make the wrong choice. In fact, they're tired of making the wrong choices. So again, it's like self-soothing, but it's not crumpled up, you know? So when I say self-soothing, it's not like this person is in like a huge detriment, uh, I think what they feel like in taking responsibility for the choice, like it means a lot to them, like what their choices are, which is just correct, but he wants to make the right choice. He doesn't want it delivered on a silver platter like Four of Cups energy, like Spirit's like, here, take this cup. So I think it's a logical kind of energy of just getting caught up in trying to make the right choice and when, on what terms, because this is still surrounding energy. This is like a room, like this is a full room right there, you know? That's three's a crowd, right? So what it's showing is even if this energy picks the wrong one, it'll be absolutely evident what the right choice is. Isn't that life, right? But it's like minimizing the room for error here. And I think masculines are really hyped up on that kind of energy. Like they pride themselves in making the right choice. And this doesn't like say this is like unique to just males or masculine energy, but this is just so for this particular one. It's going to be so striking what the right choice is as it naturally unfolds, because you know that's just the way it is. So anyway, the full moon is coming, which is crazy because this is like the moon card always has a full moon. This one has, I think, waning. This is the waning moon. So something's in process. The next full moon is January 13th. It is a Monday. So what do you want me, like, why am I getting this energy? What? I guess I'm part of the environment with all of that. And I'm trying not to read it like ultimately in my favor, but like this is also very much my reading. So okay, anyway, 3 of Swords accentuated, 4 of Swords accentuated, and then inhibited or inverted is Knight of Pentacles. So something about what it's bringing is like heavy thought, or like several nights of sleeping on it, digesting heartbreak energy. So that's what this energy is, I feel like they're more so, self-soothed, but it's, the ultimatum here, 100%. This is more of like an ultimatum energy. So they have to assess their energies on what they, on what their feelings are, which includes heartbreaks, disappointments, letdowns, etc. And it's their own personal case study of for food for thought. So this is being delivered, like as in like it's delivered. This choice. So it's not ultimately that he's making the ultimatum, but it's like superimposed upon him. So it's like, yeah, he knows he's gonna have to make decisions. I don't know. I don't want to read like a pressure. Like I'm trying not to like. I don't know, dude. What? Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Yeah. So they have to explore their intuitive bodies, their psychic notions. And you know, when you're sewing, when you go to like a sewing store and you get like, I don't know, trim or whatever, those are also called notions. So, perhaps this energy, no, they're in upright. So, okay. So you're making something like, say you're sewing or whatever the frig, okay? Yeah, I think people who are very critical or have a vision of what they'd like to produce, what the outcome would like to be, what they would like the outcome to be, they get very like ADHD about the fine, like the detailing of it. So the certain trim that goes here and there, because they'd like to simplify their life, but they don't want it to feel or look like the experience to be simplified. They want the dynamic to be clear and simplified in that manner. So it's like just being precise with those intentions, because I think that like with a room full of that kind of energy, of options, you could care less about precision. Yes. Okay. For sure. Okay. Shit. Okay. Top of the deck, no secret to the size, Wheel of Fortune. So this is taking command about like where your life is going. And so when you are gifted with intuition and massive intuitive bodies and your boss mode at that, it's like nothing can phase you. Like they say never to turn your back on the ocean, like waves, because you have to have ultimate respect for what it can do at any given time. And it has its own creatures that it like has, you know, with its influxes. So this energy has like a certain mastery for for that. Okay. um all right. Okay, my divine panel, this is open forum for you on the update. So what if you want to keep going with this, we'll keep going. Because I don't think you would allow me to read if it was in disrespect for another energetic. This is all with good intention, as always. So I don't sense any disciplinary measures other than what's internalized on your free will like command. So and so that seems to be the focus for this masculine here. And it's crazy because like they're also what do you call it? Self-critical. You can tell because it's shown as a younger boy here. That this should be a very easy decision. Like what's the holdup? So they have to explore like what clock is ticking, you know, within them. What's their MO? Ultimately, at this day and age, at this like precise moment, what like yeah. So they're also self-critical in that manner because like it should be easy. So what is the issue? So I think because the Three of Swords is prominent backed by the Four of Swords, it looks like with total Seven of Swords like divided, this person probably compartmentalized the Seven of Swords energy, strong deceit type of energy. It could have been bilateral. like whatever you dish out will come back to you, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. Like you could see it like as incoming, pending, or like as your karma, or delivered, you know, to make a decision, which should alleviate some of that bad karma. Yeah, it's like what goes around comes around type of energy. And so they're like, oh, that's probably why they're like sitting there like, maybe I should just take my own cup. Maybe I'll just like dodge all this like bullshit. Like, I don't want the Seven of Swords again. If I experience in that demeanor and I'm like notified basically that what goes around comes around, and it's on its way back, especially with justice. Holy shiz. Justice and the moon card coming through. It's like this is a hidden tower moment. But this on the lighter side, on the like um more uplifting side, times like this remind you that you are here for a reason. You have free will. You have open choices. You're not cornered into a slot. This reminds you that you are alive. These are like one of the moments that reminds you that you are alive and that you can basically refresh. So you know, like, how do I say it? I mean, this doesn't have to be like with love interests. This could be with, you know, opportunities. So, yeah, especially since we talked about the Four of Cups, you know, looking like, um, or its context being the minimalistic view of the Seven of Cups. So there is rumination, there is some added thought into it. So if we're just going to isolate this midpoint variable, we're looking at this is food for thought. It's like hitting a plateau, but it's like hitting a brick wall almost. You see? So this is like figuring out the game plan, but this is not about the root chakra. This is more like yeah, laying out the game plan like on the board. This is 100% isolated to this particular individual. I feel like I'm just an accessory, like around here. Like I was just an added variable. So it's like a store decides to carry like a specialty item or whatever, or a seasonal item. And you're like, oh, haven't seen that. Like that's the one that we want. It's built for, you know, this season. And you know, I'm reading too much into this because it feels like I'm not just for what's in season. So okay, so clarify my divine panel, clarify my position in this matter. You're telling me I am the Queen of Wands. I am reluctant to say so because it feels like I'm reading for someone else who is the key variable here, or the key like decision making, and I'm not supposed to manipulate things, but you're telling me that I am that. Otherwise, why would I be getting this message? This is insane. All right, so just like clarify my position in this matter. Like, why am I like what? Like, how relevant is this to me? Like, does it? Like what? Okay, just clarify. Like, where am I? What am I? Like, what's my position here? Just so that I don't like manipulate things. Like, I just. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way. Yeah. So I told you, like, if anyone has certain intentions with me, whether it be this way or that way, I will know. My divine guides, you know, if I need to stumble upon it or gather through, you know, reading between the lines or just whatever, they want to make it no mystery to me because I matter a shitload. Whether or not this person exists in my life, I matter like a ton. So I am given messages of any energetics that are have an extreme expression relative to my energetics. So my divine panel is going to provide a little bit more clarity on my position here. Strength, facing the 7 of Swords. Holy crap, yeah. So this is like a strong hand at things. Like, remember when I talked about this lion and like this energy doing the dental check? The first time that I introduced that, gosh, what deck was that? Oh, it was the Vice Versa Tarot. On one of the sides, checking the lion's mouth, and it was almost like the danger of like alligator type of energy looking down the mouth of the beast, right? But this is like this is, oh my gosh, this is like that. You see? Except a growing cat. So, So, yeah, this is like I bring the tower moment to any bullshit energy. So, it's interesting. This person is used to leaving with their ego and not in check. They're used to leaving like with a win and causing blockages, like setting a booby trap, like, but it's like you know, like the hole in the wall places like speakeasies, like it's a disguise, like open door or whatever. They're disguising it. They're like blocking off entry. So this person is used to I just heard something else, but I'm not going to say it because it's nobody's business. I mean, there's healthy versions of leaving, like, it's like leaving with the upper hand, and your pride, your ego or whatnot, and then like shutting off doors to any other BS. So, so this person has experienced a variation of it, and they feel extreme comfort with me. So they see me as a big win. Like, there's a fluidity in the energetics because we transitioned also to the Queen of Wands. So, definitely that's what it's showing me. There's a certain comfort level, like peace, safety, which I do not question because I feel that is true. However, like, I shouldn't be like 1,000,000,000% concerned as to whether or not this energetic is going to fool me. They said that I will know the difference between whether someone's in the spirit of the sport and like wanting to steal home plate, because for any player out on the field, hitting home base is the key for the, you know, for not just like your own investments, but also like the feeling of it, the experience of it. But it's also for your team. So it, like, when mama's happy, everybody's happy. That kind of energy. That's what I'm saying there. So I will know the difference between whether someone's trying to pull a fast one or like in the spirit of, you know, life, you know, home base, that type of energy. So yeah, that's why she doesn't, like, there's no qualm on her face, nor is she poker faced. She's pretty much content in her energy, you know. Okay, interesting. So that's my position in that. Okay, anything else that you want to say? My divine panel, the Fool card, and the Emperor in reverse. Interesting. What turned up in between that is the World card in reverse, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords, and 10 of Wands. So yes, this underground emperor, this underground boss, or this boss that carries on an unfavorable activities, is like on the verge of a leap of faith here, because it's very like youthful and it's energetic. It's not flimsy. It's just open and interested in adventure. I feel like that. So I think what they're doing is non-customary to how they usually conduct themselves. And they understand that this is a time for new times, because there's an old cycle. There's an ongoing cycle. Like, that's what they're kind of not looking at, but they know. So they're like, you see what I'm saying? They're 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 aware of it, but they're also trying to not lock eyes on it, because the more you connect with something, including the acknowledgement of an old cycle, it's almost like affirming that it exists, and therefore like almost cementing that with your acknowledgments. And that old cycle was built upon codependency. So, everybody has, varying needs at different times. We evolve as well as our needs and wants. So, this is already known to this energetic. Okay. On the other side, meanwhile, like on the other side of the portal, on the other side of the portal, we have the, what do you call it? The, also a psychic, so this could be like external, like, the flow of energy. So I could have jumped from the Queen of Wands to, I don't know, whatever. And so now back to the Queen of Cups. I don't know if that's 100% me, but I feel like on the safe side, so I'm not manipulating things, because this could be interpreted in a variety of forms that are absolutely legit. This is also the Queen of Pentacles here. You see, like, this trickle down effect here. So she's already got her cookie and cup. I feel like that's me. Holy crap. Okay, so let's just have this masculine internalize this energy. So they know how to conduct themselves on a regular. They've gained the mastery of the masculine aspect, but the receptivity side, it's like probably a lot of noise on the intuitive side. You can hear all the hearsay without being present in a room. 100%. 100%. Yeah. So there's a huge emphasis on kind of like sleepless nights, because like there's just a lot of stressing. The emphasis is, though, luckily, is dropping all of the burdens. This is a maximum amount of wands that you can get, and this is like the shit show job. Like having to, well, like that, having to carry the load that most, like, that should be divvied up between others. So this energy, like, that's probably what they feel like they have to like pick up other people's slack. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So on the receptivity side, I think that's the primary, like in the back of their mind subconsciously, unspoken, they know about this kind of a cycle. They also know like what's in front of them. It's just a huge emphasis on having to drop some like, yeah, there's something about simplifying, of releasing unnecessary burdens. And so this energy, the Queen of Cups, is what like they're gravitating towards on like like character development, skill enhancement. It's both. So it feels like on their intuitive bodies, they're surrounded by like a lot of noise, past tense and present tense. So I think that's why the emperor has conducted himself in such a manner. It's like nobody gives a shit. So like it kind of loosens the slack on what how they engage themselves. And that's I wouldn't call that human error. I would call that like cause and effect, you know. I would call that life experience. Yeah. So I was going to give you an example from my own, but like that's more of like a one-on-one thing. That doesn't, no, not everybody needs to know. Like, no, like it's so yeah, so this energy, since we're talking about the acknowledgement of like engaging in this energy, the need to do so, is confronted by the noise of past and present tense energetics. When I say noise, I would just say inundation, like an overwhelming amount of data in its experiential form, especially if you are intuitive and psychic and all of that, 100%. And so this person also knows how to channel. I'm 100% sure on that. And they probably haven't put words to it in that realm. They just know they can do certain things. So this is the cue to developing one's character and skill set. So now we're looking at the future tense, okay? That's what cue does. So like bon voyage almost. Yeah, 100%. So this is excellent because it brings forth the Four of Cups energy that, you know, boy, self-soothing or whatnot. This emperor is an acknowledgement and observing the younger boy within him that has developed, you know. I feel like this is kind of like a development of self-esteem based on the positioning of your free will. I feel like that 100%. So these are sparking better times is what it's showing me. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me, my divine panel? Oh my God. The Hermit card. I was going to say something about the Hermit card here because like the adventure, but I didn't want to say like it was the Hermit card. It didn't give me that vibe of like being like a nomad. But it can veer off in that direction. So they're going through the dark night of the soul. This is interior design. Basically how you'd like to customize yourself internally. What goes unspoken, very, very private type of energy. Like if you were dating someone or like even married to someone, or even like straight up siblings or whatever with this person, it's so private. It's like not everybody gets it, including the people that you love or surround yourself with. So this is very much internalized on that journey. But this is wonderful because this is not any ordinary like dark night of the soul. This is a magician, you see. Yeah, and he's actually quite happy with this new journey because energetically it gets one like up and moving out of their old positioning of like, you know, self-soothing, like which, you know, just like downtrodden almost, like, you know, chin up, you know, that's the 100% chin up. So this is an acknowledgement, and this is they're seeing that this is playing out better than it normally would because this is the elevated platform of what we're seeing here. So this is not like to downplay, you know, oh, I'm just doing it because like it's for the adventure, it's for like a new thrill or a shiny object. This is showing one that they're much more adept and equipped for such a journey, a choice, a change of pace. So this is very good. This is actually very, very good here. But what I peeked out here was the Page of Swords in reverse and then the Nine of Cups. So Page of Swords, if we stop there, I'd like something questionable there. But this is learning through objectivity, but there's also like on both sides of the Page of Swords is they're both smiling energies. You see? I don't know if you can see it. Smiling energy, smiling energy. So this is I feel like a happy-go-lucky energy. And it's like happy, right? And then the fact that one is kind of like an exploratory view. Yeah, an exploratory view. What were we gonna say about that? Shoot. Oh yeah. Happy-go-lucky. Yeah, there's something about this being very fortunate. A fortunate discovery for them, a fortunate positioning. So this is objective learning, like as an intern, but like kind of hands off. So this is like the training part of the program where it's not, it's more so in observation than in the driver's seat. Driver's seat. Yeah, 100%. Like the part that got me confused is like, why isn't it the driver's seat if we've got the hermit card over here? This is like your own personal designated driver type of thing, taking responsibility for your own, how you move, etc. Because how did we even get there? Holy smokes. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. Okay. I'm just gonna let that one be. Yeah, so you can be happy. This is different. This is very, very different. Energy like in engagement, because this is a new challenge, but it's actually more rewarding because you're not dealing with anybody else's fluff. And there this is a mature energy, I would have to say, in the processing of experiences, because they're also under the realization that they've compartmentalized and simplified in a way that is not favorable in its applications. So the first step is acknowledgement, but this is a fast mover coming from the Fool to the Hermit. You see it like it's totally different seasons as well. So they see themselves, they're very aware of themselves. And it doesn't feel egoic here. Interesting. Oh, what is it? Okay, right here. Oh my goodness. Is the Hierophant extroverted? It fell between my sewing machine and a few other supplies, like crafting supplies there. So yeah, this is setting the standard. This is a new bill. This is a new way of doing things. Yes. So that's interesting. So shortly after this journey, you see, one gets to apply that quickly because it's like of the same maturity level. It's like, who's going to be the frickin' Hierophant and be respected and a mentor, you know, a lead? Even like, even if whether or not it involves a justice system, like in its formality or not, this is a very well recognized energy. And how would one claim to be so if they didn't understand the reason why behind guidelines, rules, principles, standards, etc.? Like they'd have to go through the dark night of the soul. So this is a quick learner. It doesn't take, at this particular stage of awareness, Like that they know. Interesting. And the more that they proceed within this manner, the more flexible like they are in, and how do I say it? The better they represent themselves. So they can flex between wearing this hat or wearing that hat, wearing this cloak, wearing that cloak. And being so, transitioning from the green to the red on this journey, engaging in this particular manner, it's very much guided by Archangel Michael with the red and the green here. Yeah. So I don't feel like this energy feels forced to, how do I say it? Like, what do they say when you're signing like NDAs or something legal? So like it was not signed or agreed upon under duress. So that's what that is here. The only pressure here is like an energetic notion that they need to make a decision or make like, you know, this is more than just one decision, 100%. And not to say that this energy is indecisive, but I think they were just like kind of nonchalant with their choices, like just like not taken as seriously as this. So, but this is not serious like straight face, poker face. This is, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. Sure, okay. Anything else that you want to tell me, my divine panel? Updates from my divine panel of 8. Five of Swords, the upper hand. So this is official upper hand. This is in its most beneficial sense here, because the moth is like attracted to the light, where all points like kind of connect, like all the points, like all the like the notions or the connecting the dots, it's all like right here. And because it's like so connected and in close proximity, it captures the light and the shine so well that like it's attracting the moth. So it's like nothing but the net, but also nothing but the truth here, in this way of this new way being the thing. So if we're looking at a shiny object, it's like connecting like all the dots. So definitely this is very much I wouldn't call it an internal struggle. This is like an internal mission, like a mission statement or something, like a reformation on how they'd like to carry through life. Yeah. Huh. Usually I don't get energies that are like when I ask for my divine panel of 8, they usually just give me like straightforward, they're just me. And I don't feel like this is me. I mean there's some kind of like common thread to it. Or how I may be perceived as well. I think it's more so how I may be perceived by others. Yeah, I feel like that. But as far as how I conceive myself in that, like it doesn't feel like this is 100% mine. So, very intense energy. Okay. I just thought I'd mention. I had 2 hours of sleep today, and it's now, okay, 2 hours of sleep yesterday. 2 or 3, maybe. I don't know. 'Cause I had to repark my car and all of that. Early in the morning. Oh, 7 of Pentacles. Just wait. Just be patient. Why? Oh, Ace of... so this person is, oh, okay. So they have a garden. It's sound. What sound garden? It links up to, so the archival view on this links up to yesterday's reading because Soundgarden, Pretty Noose. But there's another song. What is it? I think there must be another. Oh, they're saying Nothing Compares to You, the cover version. I haven't heard that song in a long time. By Soundgarden, especially. Anyway, they're just like waiting. And so there's an understanding of like what they produce. It has some kind of discipline surrounding it, and like kind of like the waiting game. But this is not like, oh, the clock is ticking or whatnot. This is more like, when is this person going to see that I have something worthy? But it's not 100% that was just like a whisper or something. It's weird. So it's like, it's close to the ground, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's lower hanging fruit. It's just more accessible than most. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing break me off. Show me what you got. Oh my gosh. I don't know, because like the tree here, okay? So it could be like the trunk is submerged and then we're just seeing the fruitful stuff over here. Or it could be this person just broke it off, snapped it off, and we have like still abundance there and it could still survive. So that's why I got that, facing the Ace of Cups. So there's there's a multitude of messages here. So this is a representation of like the cup, the trophy cup, etc., and its cup overfloweth. But there's also like this energy being patient and sizing up, like, how do I get to this cup, because it kind of matches the needs of my garden. I understand they have their own garden, but this is somebody, like, I wouldn't say that's calculated, but just like trying to figure out creatively, like how to, like, more than they normally do. Holy smokes, because there's a certain fondness in the waiting. Fondness is a strong word here. It's not so it's not so flowery. The feeling is more like, I wonder how I could get, so and so for like, there's something about that here that's intuitively guided, also very creative and refreshing in the approach. So they're like, this is definitely a new challenge that they are up to. Yes. Because it's like, if you're just waiting here, there doesn't need to be any person in the picture here. You know what I mean? Like, so this person is like, if I was doing, like, if I was a narc, I'd be like, where's your hall pass? Like, you have no business, you don't need to be here. There's like, your fruits are fine. It's time to like get some shut eye or do some other stuff. So it's like, this person is kind of like loitering almost. If I had to police it, I would say that this person is loitering, but they're entitled to. That's their crop. You know what I mean? It's funny. That's funny. Okay. Okay. What time is it? It's 12:12 right now. 53:39 is on the clock. Anything else you want to say, my divine panel? Oh shit. Okay. That was in reverse. I didn't know I was shuffling and like right side up. Or I don't know. Anyway. Oh, what do you want me to know? Like, what should I should just let it free flow. I just want to know, like, am I supposed to do anything? Am I supposed to do anything? Or like, I think I'm caught up in my head about, like, because this is still new to me too. The only, like, the only similarity I would say in what I've experienced like this before is only energetic, like a distant thing, but this is close proximity, and I've never had like the blend of like the close proximity energetic with like me being part of an like a narrowed in option. It's like my what? So this is not even like, if we're saying that this is like a love thing, it's not quite a love triangle. It's like a love box. I'm right. Because there's 4 people here, including that person. So, I don't know. Okay. Anyway. What I've told people today or yesterday, whatever, is that I'm not going to make people like me. I move about in a way that works most efficiently and effectively for me, which means that I don't touch on every opportunity to create it as my own. I'm not that hungry for it all. I trust in my divine panel, all of my protectors, in how do I say it? My off-gridders, basically. Yeah. I trust in the divine, in the universe. I was going to say something else about it, but I just totally forgot. What the heck? I don't know where that was going. I don't know what. Maybe that was just for me. Okay. 2 of Cups. Yeah. So, what the heck? I mean, cause and effect. This shows me prophetically that it does lead to, like, this is a successful endeavor. Like, whatever this person like has in mind, it is a success. It does lead to the link. And the only sneaky part of it is like figuring out the plan. Yeah. So this is a union. These are partnerships, relationships. This is something absolutely in favor. Energetics that are complementary to you. But also mirrored enough, you see all the light over there? Mirrored enough to be able to learn from each other. You know, like with Yelp reviews or whatnot, any kind of reviews, the ones that first make it out there are the ones, like the ones that are so eager are the ones that are like bad reviews. So, there's, what were we saying about that? There's something about, shoot, there was something. I don't. When you, it's exciting to find someone that you are complementary with, or someone else that's complementary to you. But it's even more so vital in these partnerships to be able to mirror each other in order to learn from each other. Oh, that's what I was saying. Okay. So with the Yelp reviews, like, it's easier, like, just by human nature, okay, to learn from what, what it looks like your internal view of what it looks like on the outskirts. So if you're quick to criticize an external, hold on, it should teach you something about yourself. That's what they're showing me here. This is the only nail that I put on that was crooked. And I just have to wait a few days. Like I don't have the attention span to redo it. I'm not gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna wait till it falls off, or when I get super annoyed, and then I will put it back in its rightful place. But you know, that's life. It was better than it was before. So anyway, here we are. Okay, so this is good. Okay, interesting. Okay. I don't know what to say, because when you're in the middle of like both worlds, you can be very, you can feel very okay, let's say if it was just like on an energetic plane, and both are conscious of it, but both are very distant. Like it could it's easy to dismiss things. It's easy to like, kind of like fuck up. But the blend of both worlds like teaches you how to assimilate and not be so dismissive. Like the more it comes out into reality, like into like the open the more it manifests into existence, like you can't deny reality in its factual sense. And even within its experiential view, it can be very deceiving, but not here. It's saying like there's an acknowledgement of what's real and what's not the more it manifests into reality. Oh my goodness, what's going on? So I'm used to reading just for me, so this is so crazy. Page of Wands, and it landed on the basket. Oh my gosh, somebody's hollering, wanting to start something with me. Like their inner child is, it fluctuates, based on what the inquiry is, what they have to address. So it's this is a healthy inner child. Yeah. So like I want to oh my gosh, there's the cat. Crazy. Bottom of the deck energies, 7 of Wands in reverse. It could be humbling. It could be isolated to you and only you. Hold the upper hand. We don't need to tell them like something about like hollering but keeping it hush. What? 9 of Wands. Yeah, definitely. It's keeping it undercover. King of Cups. That's what he's saying. So 7 and the 9 of Wands, compartmentalized, and it's like action oriented sense, like, or is 16. So in the spirit, like spirit of the law, this is the spirit of the tower moment. That's 16. So there's a decision. Where is it? What is this? This is crazy. So yeah. Like they're saying, hands down, you are it. 17 right there in the lap. That's the star card. Right after, like, that's healing, that's a piece of hope, that's all the glory. Saying glory of love, yeah. Is it? That's Peter Cetera, something like that. That's from the soundtrack of The Karate Kid. So this energy actually, like in making this choice, feels like a real life ninja. Yes. I mean, that means a lot to the King of Cups because that's like something like wearing a costume. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is out of character, but in character, like truly. So this person actually is into like ninjas. Probably like, I'm not laughing at the energy. I'm just saying like it's a surprise. So like Wu-Tang Clan, you know, like those that like pronounce that type of energy. Mm-hmm. And Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to F with, is what they're saying. This is what this energy is saying. Holy Six of Swords. So this person knows how to navigate in not in knows how to navigate in a variety of contexts. Top of the deck, no secrets of the sauce is Eight of Wands. Say no more. Don't say anything more. I've divulged it all. Just for now, anyway. Okay. Okay, I won't say what's next after. It's just for me. Okay. So anything else said is just to me and only me. Okay, so what are my 3 takeaways? No, I'll do 2 takeaways for you because I see 2 head count here. So what are your 2 takeaways? Knight of Wands in reverse. That is a player. But I think this is not like player energy. I mean, let's gotta clarify. Frig. Ace of Wands in reverse. No, they're keeping it in their pants. So this is player, like the field. There's a home base type of energy. You size it up correctly, but in a variety of forms. Okay, so your second takeaway is, I mean, are they? Why should I? Okay, shh, stop, Tina. Okay, all right. So what's their second takeaway? But it's also withholding their energy. They only give so much. You know what I mean? Death card in reverse, and it also fell inverted. Okay, give me that. There we go. So this is transformational, but it's also like very much targeted towards them. So for you, this is very much internal, but this is also like how you like about your reputation, like how you would like to project yourself. You want to transform how other people see you 100%. But nevertheless, regardless of how clearly people can see or whether or not they're paying attention, this is transformative because that's how it was originally held, like pulled. There is also a young boy over here too, you see? Not afraid. Oh yeah, it's definitely very much internalized, like wow moment, I would say, like low-key wow moment, that they're able to process things like such complexities within themselves, like almost innately. Like there's a spirit here that's like doesn't feel like this is cumbersome. It's complex, but it's also uplifting. There's a lot of uplifting energy here, like switch stance type of energy. So when you're what is it, by ambidextrous, that's kind of like working the other side of you and noticing that you can do things differently with how do I say it? It's just applying yourself differently, like employing a different part of yourself that feels a little foreign, but you know it's a part of you, so especially with free will, you should be able to control that. And so there's no sense of downtrodden energy here in that like Four of Cups energy, because it's like You know, we talked about like when you discover something about yourself, it's like you can only elevate from there. Um, mhm. Discovery is already a hallmark. So that's okay. So the clarifier for that is Four of Wands in reverse, talking about the root structure, but it's also being uplifted again, like almost extracted and placed, you know? It's like extracted. So the word that I was trying to find in one of my last couple of readings was teleport. All I could get was like port, and I knew it was, but anyway. So this is being like transported into a new vibe and therefore arena. So it's kind of like Minecraft where you I don't want to say start with the basics, but it's like that's the nature of it. So it's like you're always building upon. There's, you know, some destruction to reuse those tools again. But here, um, they're saying it's, I don't know, it's a build upon. Okay. So my 3 takeaways are 1, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm driving this, what the heck? Wait a minute. No, this is, what? So perhaps I'm the designated driver? Wait, what? Hold on. What? Okay, sorry. I don't mean to be annoyed. My divine fan. Can you give me a little bit more context to the, what's the clarifier for that? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Very nice. So this is like autopilot. So you're making transits almost on autopilot. Like you don't have to do the most. You don't have to do extra. You don't have to like, your work already shows for itself. So, and it's, and you've proven that you're able to keep it up, like maintain it, keep it like it's ongoing. So this is like, it's not just like the simplicity of autopilot, it's cruise control. There you go. 100%. Yeah. Interesting. Very nice. I mean, this could be like, this reading alone is getting me closer to what I am, like, what is it, like fortune, like what I am supposed to be doing, given it's showing its accuracy. Like you don't have to like put a pretty red bow on it or anything like that. It's like it speaks for itself. So if we're saying 8 of Pentacles minus the big wheel of the year, then 7 of Pentacles in reverse, that would be cashing in, jackpot or whatnot. But if we're going 8 Pentacles and 1-upping from there, it's 9 of Pentacles. Like it's a sound garden. So this is like a scenic ride through things, like scenic view. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. All right. My second takeaway is 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This is, I'm hearing nonchalant, but it's, again, not having to like micromanage anything. So like nonchalant is the energy of like, I trust my divine panel, my divine guides with like whatever they have in place. Whether or not this is a, snapshot that is manifesting, or if it's like a snapshot that's just going to be disposed and thrown away because somebody doesn't like the way it looks. There's something like I can see certain things, certain imprints and energetics, but like I'm not gonna steer anybody else's wheel. You know what I mean? Like this is not micromanaging things. Okay, so let's get the clarifier for that. 2 of Swords in reverse. So it opens doors, it opens roads. It's kind of like a no-brainer here. Yeah. Like, there's no competing interest or like any qualm nor poker face on this. Like there's no aggression here. 100%. I like it. I like it. All right. My third takeaway is the tower moment. I told you so. It's already been brought. 100%. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Okay, so let me get one more clarifier for that. Six of Wands, the victory. Oh my gosh. Major decision. I'm the winner. I'm sure, I don't know what to say. Like, it feels like somebody's. How else are you going to interpret that? It's the right choice. You win. You know, like. I'm trying to read it a different way, but this is correct. So, like, even as a standalone, this is all correct based on what I've invested. Accessory or not, or +1 or plus whatever, is like, I'm not going to minus myself out. Like, this, I've been asked out for too long. So, this is very good. I don't know what to say. This is basically chosen one type of energy. And I don't like quite saying certain, like, catchphrases. But this is the energy of it. Yeah. It's a profound effect. And, yeah. So it's not just effective. It's not just action oriented. Like, it doesn't have singular upsides to it. This is like a pluralized benefit. And it's like, it's strong. It is absolutely strong. Like, it can bring down the house if it wants to. Um, but none is victorious. So, like, huh. Let me get one more card on the side. It just feels like, what is going on? The Hangman in reversal. So, this is enlightenment. After being, hung up, after being distant in observation mode. So this is affluent, is that how you say it? Okay. In its recognition energy, and it's like discerning, like, it does really feel like the ultimatum that comes from objectivity, the ultimatum that is successful in seeing how things are. Oh, I feel like a suction right there. That's crazy weird. This is broadening one's own understanding. And making unexpected friends or loyalties along the way. You see? Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I think that's it for now. I don't know what else to say. That's so crazy. I've really never like felt like I've done a reading that was very like focused surrounding a certain person. It's kind of like the other way around. Like, other people are like supplemental, like on the details, but it's always been hardcore for me. So, this is just like an FYI, but I still have my own solid takeaways. So not to endorse the idea of codependence, like the like the energetics surrounding that. 100%. So this is not like, what do you call it? Keep your blinders on or anything. This is not like the extreme force of discipline. Like, I'm not being scolded here. But this is like, you got a lot going for yourself. And in like following your destiny, your realm of fortune that's very much customized for you, Tina, you're seeing the applications relative to those surrounding you. So those that meet you are by no mistake. Absolutely. Yeah. Um I mean, there might be external plan, like human energy, like trying, like planning, like certain formulations or whatever to create a certain scenario in order for me to, like, learn. It's like a simulation. Okay. Um, it's like I'm still solid, they're saying. Like, um, they're saying this energy cannot be doctored because um of how there's something about mm, yeah, it's like you hear readers all the time like say like you can't make this shiz up, you know? This is very much my stance. I think I feel like moving forward when I do readings, like this is just the vibe of doing readings for others that I can relate or others can rather than others can relate to me. Like the focus has shifted. So and they're not saying that this is like you can deem it as like a good thing or a bad thing. This is something that's just um um knowing how to manage one like different energies or other energies outside of your own, but um not being so detached, like it's not so angular like that. Like it keeps the conversation, the dialogue, the channeling grounded, to have that like something familiar between us too. But I can still be objective and still come out with enlightened energies. Um, yeah, and loyalties for sure. Um, whether that be underground or like eye in the sky type of energy. Yeah, so that could also be like extraterrestrial type of energy as well. Um, hmm. That's a lot. Okay. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, passions from those that call upon cash, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, and or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings and blessings and refortification in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachments, except for, where are you? All bonus points included right there. Thanks so much. All right. So, time to get some closure. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out, enlighten love. I close the portals in this reading.